Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Lord Fence Gaming, where I talk about everything Predecessor and share my gameplay and thoughts. Now, this particular video is a part of a video series geared towards helping new Predecessor players become more knowledgeable about how to play the mid laner role. So this video is going to focus on specifically what to do in the early game. Now, I'm doing other videos on what you should be focusing on during mid game and late game, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you will get notified when I release those videos. Additionally, I'm playing on PlayStation 5, so you will hear the controller in the background, so don't mind that, all right? So let me go ahead and select mid lane so we can get started for my role. And just to kind of let you guys know, as everything gets kind of set up, oh yeah, I'm going to select Morgesh. I enjoy Morgesh. I think she's a fun player to play with. But just to let you guys know, to get started, there are essentially four main things that you should be focused on in the early game. And two of those things you must always do. That first thing is select a crest, which you are about to see in a second. A crest is the passive item that you will have throughout the game. So as you evolve and destroy minions and your opponents, your crest, will evolve just like you. So aim to select a crest that either complements that strength of your mid laning hero or compensates for its weaknesses. I'm going to go for the Ocular crest. I really think it helps Morgesh. So I won't get into why I selected crest and the benefits and differences of each one specifically. In this video, this is more so an overview video of how to play mid lane. Next is you have to choose your first item. So let's go ahead and choose an item. I'm going to go for the combustion. I think it's a fair item to go for as we start out. All right. So as a mid laner, you want to focus on the items that increase your magical damage, magical penetration, and overall damage. So that's important. All right, so now we're in our lane. Let's quickly talk about what you should be focusing on as a mid laner in the early game. The things that you really should care about and focus on are farming, warding, attacking the river buffs, and reaching level 6 as soon as possible. So we're going to start with farming since the minions are out here. So let me see if I can get one down to that red. Boom! You saw that 28 pop up? Alright, let's explain it. So farming is important because it is how you get gold and experience, which thereby kind of allows you to buy items and upgrade your in-game hero. So the key to proper farming is getting those last hits, which I just got. You just saw that pop up. Get them in the red. Boom. Last hit. So last hitting is when you destroy a minion when their health bar is red. Last hitting a minion grants you bonus gold, which then you can use to upgrade your items and ultimately your hero more quickly. So remember, farming helps you get gold and experience, which therefore helps you upgrade your hero and become stronger on the battlefield. Next is warding. Wards are essentially a tool that gives you extra eyesight on the battlefield for a limited amount of time. As the mid laner, warding is extremely important, not only to your survival, but to the awareness capacity that your team has when it comes to what is going on the map. Now, you should always be warding whenever you have a ward available. I just put mine down in the middle of mid lane. This is something I'm kind of toying with to see if it helps the jungler know when to gank. But you can also ward the river buff area to kind of know when they're gonna appear. But just know that warding is important and that you should be doing it, because by not warding, you are essentially leaving yourself open to be ganked by your enemy jungler or an enemy rotating from the solo or duo lane. So now that we're at 3 minutes, let's talk about the river buffs. All right, so I'm going to go over to the river buffs since my lane's pushed up. Now, there are 2 river buffs, one on each side of mid lane. and it's like right at the entrance of the jungle. So river buffs spawn at the 3-minute mark, and then every 2 minutes after that, okay? So it is to your advantage to secure the river buffs whenever you have the opportunity. This is for 2 main reasons. 1, you keep your opponent from getting them, and 2, they give you mana regen. So let me just do something right now. So boom, you saw that purple bar, that's my mana regen bar. Once I take out this river buff, my mana regen is going to jump to like 50. Boom, now it's up to 51.8. So my mana regen just regenerated a lot quicker because I hit that river buff. Now, therefore, the more mana you have, the longer you can stay in the lane, because mid laners are mana heavy dependent players. And of course, if you're keeping your enemy mid laner from getting the river buff and they're having to use up mana, they will have to go back to base, and that means that gives you more time to be on the field, to farm, to push your lane, and to attack their tower, assuming of course that you have enough health to keep going. Now lastly, let's talk about reaching level 6. Reaching level 6 kind of marks the beginning of the end of the mid game, of the early game, excuse me, as a mid laner. So let's go ahead and get some last hits on these. You saw that? 28. Let's see if I can get this one. Boom. Just got that last hit. Got the extra gold right there. Boom. So now what you want to do, like I said, is focus on reaching level 6. Reaching level 6 marks the beginning of the end. And at level 6, you can now unlock your ultimate, which should mean that you now have every other ability unlocked, assuming that you didn't kind of double up on upgrading an ability more than once at the expense of unlocking your ultimate. So at level 6, after unlocking my ability, I like to kind of check the wards. So let me just go back and focus on getting level 6. I'm level 4 right now. Like I said, this is a game against AI, so I'm not stressed about anything. I just want to make sure that I'm explaining everything as best I can to you guys. I think I might actually try and take out this countess. Maybe that'll give me. Let's see. Oh, she was at level 6. So what you don't want is to be the last person to reach level 6. But in this case, there's no stress. See, I am low on mana right now. You see that? But I actually want to take out this counter. I couldn't get her. Didn't have any mana. So what I'm going to do, just to kind of explain, looks like the next river buff is going to drop in 15 seconds because it's first starts at 3 minutes and every 2 minutes. So that means 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 9 minutes, 11 minutes. That's when the river buffs will spawn on both sides. So instead of going back to base, because I have enough health, I don't want to go back to base, I can just take this river buff and you'll see the 52. There we go. Now my purple bar at the bottom, my mana bar is replenishing, and now I'm level 6. Perfect. So as I was saying, I like to check my wards and see if I can place one once I reach level 6, because you always want to ward. And then next, I like to take a look at the map and my opponent's health and see if there is an open opportunity to rotate to a lane to flank an opponent, especially when I'm Mortgage. I just kind of capture their soul a little bit. And if they're getting poked, then it's helpful for me. But as I mentioned, reaching level 6 kind of marks the beginning of the end for the early game. So I'll end this video here and suggest that you watch the companion videos. One about how to play as a mid laner in mid game, which you should be focusing on, and then the same thing for late game. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful, and I hope you have an excellent rest of your day. Take care.